I request now Professor Kotari to accompany the guest to the dais. We have today's chief guest, Dr. Nilesh M. Desai, Group Director, MSDG, Space Application Center, ISRO, Ahmedabad. Let us begin today's session with University song.
Sundaram Mandiram Sharadaya Mumbapuri Vishwavidyalayam Idam Sundaram Mandiram Sharadaya Mumbapuri Vishwavidyalayam Kalashastravani Jashakha Vinudha Amudha Vimukta Vihangravayam शृण्वन्तु सर्वे दृढं निश्चयम् शृण्वन्तु सर्वे दृढं निश्चयम् इदं सुन्दरं मन्दिरं शारदाया मुम्बापुरी विश्वविद्यालयम् वदामो धर्मं चरामो नयामो नृणां दुःखभारं लयम् सत्यं वदामो धर्मं चरामो नयामो नृणां दुःखभारं लयम् स्वकाये रतानां सदा जागृतानां भवेत् किं भविष्येति तस्मात् भयम् शृण्वन्तु सर्वे दृढं निश्चयम् शृण्वन्तु सर्वे दृढं निश्चयम् इदं सुन्दरं मन्दिरं शारदाया मुम्बापुरी विश्वविद्यालयम् बलिष्ठो युवा स्यात् गरिष्ठो युवा ध्येयनिष्ठो विभूयाद्वयम् युवा स्यात् बलिष्ठो युवा स्यात् गरिष्ठो युवा ध्येयनिष्ठो विभूयाद्वयम् यदि स्यात् युवा राष्ट्रकर्तव्यनिष्ठा समानेकतत्त्वं विलोकत्रयम् शृण्वन्तु सर्वे दृढं निश्चयम् शृण्वन्तु सर्वे दृढं निश्चयम् इदं सुन्दरं मन्दिरं शारदाया मुम्बापुरी विश्वविद्यालयम् वन्दामहे भारतं पूजनीयं स्वदेशात् परं नास्ति देवालयम् वन्दामहे भारतं पूजनीयं स्वदेशात् परं नास्ति देवालयम् अत्र एव सर्वे प्रतिष्ठापयामो ममत्वेन सार्धं समत्वं नयम् शृण्वन्तु सर्वे दृढं निश्चयम् शृण्वन्तु सर्वे दृढं निश्चयम् इदं सुन्दरं मन्दिरं शारदाया मुम्बापुरी विश्वविद्यालयम् कलाशास्त्रवाणी जशाखा विरूढा अमूढा विमुक्ता विहङ्गावयम् शृण्वन्तु सर्वे दृढं निश्चयम् शृण्वन्तु सर्वे दृढं निश्चयम् शृण्वन्तु सर्वे दृढं निश्चयम् शृण्वन्तु सर्वे दृढं निश्चयम्.
That was a nice beginning. I request now Professor Kothari to welcome our chief guest with a floral bouquet. Thank you, sir. Now I call upon Professor Kothari to give the opening remarks on the ICE lecture series and also to introduce the guest.
Thank you. Today's chief guest, Dr. Nilesh M. Desai. He is the Director General at of the Digital Electronics Group at Space Application Center, Ahmedabad, which is an institute belonging to ISRO. And dignitaries who are in the audience, members of authorities, various authorities, boards of studies and deans of faculties, principals of colleges, heads of the department, faculty members, scientists, dear students, and all participants, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Honorable Vice Chancellor and Pro Vice Chancellor who are here, but they will be joining us in few minutes. They asked me to start the program because we wish to keep the time. It's my pleasant duty to introduce you to this ICE program. Although many of us are regular visitors here, but those of you who are new today, for them I'll spend some time. ICE stand for Enlighten Yourself Every Saturday. And this was the program which was launched with the idea of Vice Chancellor, and the authorities took that very seriously, Pro Vice Chancellor and Director BCUD. And they asked me to coordinate this program. So I'm fortunate that I'm interacting with very eminent scientists like today's guest, as well as what the number of speakers that we have had earlier. We began this series with the lecture by Dr. Mashelkar. He talked on making impossible possible. And then we had Honorable Vice Chancellor and Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor have arrived. Maybe please you can come on the stage. And since Honorable Vice Chancellor has come, I would request him to give these opening remarks. Yes, since you are here, maybe you should. Introduction to his. Okay, introduction.
Anyway, good morning, everybody. The guest of today's lecture, Dr. Desai from Indian Space Research Organization, Bangalore. Bangalore. My colleague in the university, Dr. Naresh Chandra, Dr. Kothari, heads of the department, teachers, and my dearest young student friends. For the guest speaker, the information is University of Mumbai has started this lecture series under the title Enlighten Yourself Every Saturday, ICE. And the lecture series has been started on 2nd of February. The first lecture was of Dr. R.A. Mashelkar, who spoke on making impossible possible. The second lecture was by Professor Ram, who is the Vice Chancellor of Central University, Hyderabad, a physicist, who spoke on order out of the chaos and chaos out of the order. Next Saturday on 16th of February, we invited Dr. Anil Kakodkar, who spoke on energy security and energy problems of India. The fourth lecture which we organize in this lecture series is by Professor Ram Amritam, who spoke on smart electric grid. Then we organized a lecture by Professor Kale, who spoke on, again, the sustainable development, and the topic was in Marathi. Title was in Marathi, but he spoke in English. That is Nisarg Run, if I am correct, Dr. Kothari? Yes. Nisarg Run. And then the next lecture was of Dr. Kavi Arya, who spoke on embedded technology for sustainable development, who is a professor in Indian Institute of Technology, Bombay. And now this is the next lecture is of yours, who is representing the chairman Indian Space Research Organization, and who's going to speak on Indian eyes in the sky. And we all are proud of Indian Space Research Organization for developing several indigenous technologies. Even when we had sent the EduSat, and let me tell you that I was one of the person as one of the Vice Chancellor who was using this satellite for education purpose when I was Vice Chancellor of Yashwantrao Chauhan Maharashtra Open University. And if you remember that the first launch when this providing education using satellite, then few universities were selected in the country. 3 or 5 universities were selected. I think Vishveshwaraya Technology University, the university in Bhopal, and the third university was in Maharashtra, and that was the only university in Maharashtra, Yashwantrao Chauhan Maharashtra Open University, through which we were delivering lectures and broadcasting these lectures from Nasik to 70 different locations in Maharashtra, live telecast, and we were giving training to students, those who wanted to appear in UPSC and MPSC examinations. And I am proud to say that many of them have passed in the UPSC examination. Many of them have passed MPSC examination. Those who were not pursuing their education in a regular university, but in an open university, poorest of the poor people. And one center was located in an area which is a hilly area, and only 5,000 was the population of that village where we had given that kind of center where the Adivasi tribal students used to come and attend those lectures, and many of them are in state government service. So we were using that KU band and then C band and C extended band and all those things. Now, in fact, since you are here, now the facility can be extended to University of Mumbai. In fact, the Life Sciences Department, if somebody is here, if is there, they can utilize the satellite for, we have telemedicine, but can we not use it for the farmers? That kind of facility through ISRO. We can get the help from ISRO, and then we can establish a broadcasting center here, as we are going to make a world-class classroom, a virtual classroom in the very building that can be utilized for broadcasting various programs and the kind of consultations which our farmers need. Maybe in the area of water, as you know, there is a drought which is in Marathwada and some regions of Maharashtra. We need to find out some solutions for these people. How can we give them the solutions? If we can utilize the technology in a right perspective for poorest of the poor people, I am sure we will be able to come out with better solutions, because giving money when the drought comes is no solution. We have to give a solution which will sustain for a longer time, because if they are not happy, we also will not be happy. Just now I was talking with Philip Kotler, who is a management guru, and he is delivering a lecture at one place. So he also said the same thing, and he agreed with me that the poor people, if these rich people will not take care of them, then there will be a problem, because then what for you are earning money? That money will not give you happiness, and that is where we need to intervene. And these lectures which we are organizing is for intervening, for solving problem of the society. And I am sure the young people are going to take up the challenge, take the charge of this country, and they will resolve the issues scientifically, socially, economically, and psychologically also. With this, I welcome you on behalf of University of Mumbai, and I also welcome all those who are present in this auditorium and all those who are present through AView. Virtually, they are also attending the lectures at various different centers in under the University of Mumbai. With this, I welcome you for your lecture, and I take time, and I would like to take your permission also, because I have some other assignments. I will have to go early. So the moment your lecture starts, I will go for my other meetings. So thank you very much.
Now I am requesting Dr. Kotari to continue with his introduction of our chief guest, Dr. Nilesh Desai.
Thank you, and welcome all on behalf of me as well as the University of Mumbai. This lecture, actually, we had invited Dr. Radhakrishnan, the chairman ISRO. But this week end, they are celebrating 25 years or silver jubilee of launch of the satellite, and therefore they have a lot of programs in Bangalore and other places. So then he deputed Dr. Kiran Kumar, who is Director Space Application Center in Ahmedabad. But then again Dr. Kiran Kumar also had to go to the same program. So finally he deputed the eminent scientist who is with us, Dr. Nilesh M. Desai. And although he looks young and he's young, his contributions are immense. And we are very grateful that he is with us. He has been involved in the space program since 27 years, last 27 years. And almost each and every program, he has given his contributions. And therefore, his contributions are very important. We would like to listen to him. He joined SSC after graduating in electronics engineering. And there are electronics engineering students here. They would know that what you can do if you join such institutions and what you can contribute to the development of India. After listening to his talk, he has led the team of scientists of ISRO's Radar Imaging Satellite 1, RISAT-1, that's it's called, and Airborne SAR for disaster management. Since disaster management in developing countries and country like India is very important, where there are lots of floods, and again our neighboring country like Bangladesh, where we can help. So the satellite is being used in that, and Dr. Nilesh Kale has contributed in that. He has also contributed significantly in ISRO's various airborne and spaceborne projects, which are radar projects like ASAR, DMSAR, RISAT 1 and 2, Ocean Satellite 1 and 2, Megatropics, etc., etc. Currently, he is involved in configuration and development of ISRO's first spaceborne real-time SAR processor. He is also currently guiding the project teams of Chandrayaan-2, and we would like to know what space missions that we are going to have in future, and that probably he will tell us. So Chandrayaan 2 orbiter and lander, this electronics part, the sensor and control part that he is involved, he is contributing. Then L-band polarimetric SAR, expand spaceborne SAR, and millimeter wave temperature and humidity sound sensors. Because of his contribution, immense contribution, he has been awarded ISRO's Annual Merit Award for the year 2010. With this, I'll not come in between you and the speaker, and I invite Dr. Desai to tell us exciting things about the space program and how it's going to be useful to society, science, and as well as technology and sustainable development. Thank you very much. Dr. Desai.
Good morning, everybody. We are slightly behind the schedule, so I also apologize for that. At the outset, let me thank University of Mumbai and its office bearers, Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. Rajan Velurkar, Pro Vice Chancellor Mr. Chandra, Dr. Kothari Sahab, and all other dignitaries and students and researchers who have assembled here to hear this talk. And I would also like to apologize on behalf of ISRO Chairman as well as Director Space Applications Center from where I come from, that is in Ahmedabad. I will just like to correct, I am not stationed at Bangalore but at Ahmedabad. Mr. Kiran Kumar is our Director SEC, who has deputed me to take this lecture on his behalf, because Dr. Radhakrishnan has assigned him this responsibility. And what I'll do, I have a large number of slides as usual, because basically I am a scientist, not only a scientist but more a technologist, you can say. So you'll have to keep track of time, otherwise I'll go on and on. So please pardon me for that, but I'll hope I'll be able to imbibe that interest in all of you about this journey to space, for which I will be talking about. And there is also a special occasion today, as in my abstract what I have forwarded to Dr. Kothari, I have mentioned that ISRO is completing a silver jubilee, that is, we are celebrating the silver jubilee of our operational remote sensing program. So in fact, we have a big celebration and a function which has started today on March 16th and 17th for 2 days at Bangalore. And ISRO chairman and all other dignitaries are also busy there. This is basically, and also in my lecture I'll try to cover, I will try to match your eyes with our eyes, as I put it. That is India's eyes in the skies, harnessing technology in service of society, science and security. I thought, because what I got the feeling from the eyes lecture series which has been started, I am very much inspired by this lecture series which has been started by your Honorable Vice Chancellor. It is really a very good effort, and it will help all the researchers, students and all the other faculty members as well. So seeing the theme, and in fact I saw the earlier speakers, very veteran doyens of science like Dr. Mashalkar, Dr. Kakodkar and other IIT professors. So in that comparison I am a small fry, if I can say so. But I will try to take through this journey which ISRO has traversed, and basically seeing the theme of this lecture series, I will also like to bring about how we are harnessing this technology in the benefit of society, because finally our aim, ISRO is basically working for civilian society. All its projects, missions, everything are geared towards how to develop applications, how to develop technology, how to develop science which helps the society finally. We are not there for any electronic warfare or other games. We are here for, as I mentioned, for societal benefit. Whatever is required, we are trying to do that. And I will bring about what activities we have done. Apart from that, what is the science? Because I felt, since the Department of Physics is organizing this, a lot of science students will be interested in learning about what we are doing about the science aspects of all this. So some of the issues related to science also will be covering. And finally, security, because if India is aspiring to be a superpower or a leader in this global arena, security is very important. We have to protect ourselves, protect our neighbors, protect our well-wishers. So for that, what we are doing and how space is helping them in these endeavors. So basically, my talk will cover, as I mentioned, ISRO, just 1 or 2 minutes on ISRO, what ISRO is doing, mostly I have told. Then what are our eyes doing from sky? So basically, I'll be talking about remote sensing activities, which we have started. And as I mentioned, we have completed 25 years today on this program, basically operational program. In fact, we started the program very early in the late 60s and early 70s. So by that extent, we have completed more than 40, 45 years doing this business. But what you call applications which are done on an operational basis, because regularly you do that activities, that is called operational basis, you work out the scenario, and that has completed 25 years. First few years were germination of the technology, learning, research, science, all these parts we have overcome, and then now we are completing 25 years of our first operational mission, IRS, Indian Remote Sensing Satellite 1A. I have one slide on that, I'll come to that. And then what are these remote sensing programs? Basically, there are two major sensors, optical sensors, which is basically a cameras. Everybody is aware of cameras. So that is optical part of that. And then we have microwave radars. As sir was mentioning about different bands, C band, KU band, Ka band. So these are the bands which are being utilized for remote sensing also. There is band allotment for doing communication, for doing navigation. Similarly, for remote sensing, we have different bands. I'll just briefly touch upon that also. And then there was a marvelous technology milestone which ISRO has achieved only recently. We spent almost 10 years achieving this milestone, acquiring this technology. And the main beautiful and the encouraging part of that was that it was all done indigenously. In India, we involved a lot of Indian industries in that. Except for some of the microelectronics part, for which India has anyway missed out that microelectronics revolution. So we don't have capability to manufacture different integrated circuits. So that we are importing. But apart from that, whole subsystems, designing the systems, fabricating it, assembling it, and finally putting everything together to achieve the desired goal. That has all been done indigenously with the help of a lot of Indian industries. So this was the first program. That's why I put it immediate past. One technology case study, I will show you what all got involved in that, what was the volume of the work which was involved, how complex it was. And then since a lot of science researchers are here, I'll briefly touch upon this, one of the two hot topics, as many of you would be reading in newspapers also. Our Mars orbiter mission, which is going to go this year. Everywhere it is being mentioned, starting from Parliament to Prime Minister is also mentioning in his speeches. So what is this Mars orbiter mission? Why it has been taken up? Because that question will come up. And Chandrayaan-2 mission, which after the success of Chandrayaan-1, how we have embarked on this Chandrayaan-2 and what is new in that? Why we are continuing with that mission? Because that question will come. And then I have a short video for 5 minutes. I would like you to see that, basically. I understand there are some art students also, humanities students. So you must have heard about George Bernard Shaw. It is said that his preambles are more vigorous, or it covers more part rather than the true story or the actual drama. But I will cut short here only because I have my story is too long, as I can see. But this video I would like you to see. Even if we run out of time, I will cut short my other things, but we'll see then this video. This was the space vision with which Dr. Vikram Sarabhai from Physical Research Laboratory, Ahmedabad. So we are, as a Gujarati myself, I am very proud that Dr. Vikram Sarabhai is the person who initiated all these activities in this country, although he has done his studies abroad also, and then came back to India and started this activity, and it was his vision, as Honorable Vice Chancellor was also mentioning. So we have to apply these technologies to the real problems of the society. So how we are applying that? Whether ISRO is really fulfilling his vision, that aspect also will be covered in this as we go through this journey in space. So let us start the journey. I have already told most of the things. So basically ISRO is a big organization. Basically it comes under Department of Space. And I hope many of you would have thought that some very wise person with a graying hairs or balding hairs will be coming here for giving you the lecture. But ISRO in that sense is a very young organization and it also encourages young scientists. So that is the hallmark of the ISRO and that's why I am here. Basically it comes under Prime Minister, there is a Space Commission which approves all the projects. So it goes through all the total change. So even though it is a governmental organization, normally we don't have much respect about government organizations in this country. But this is one organization, I can proudly say that we have organized the structure in such a way that I really feel proud working for ISRO, basically. The way we work, it is, people dedicate themselves, you can say, generally in our appointment letter it is written, it is a 24-hour job, normally. But really people work for 24 hours. When the missions are there, you can imagine right now that Mars orbiter mission related activities are going on. Almost people are working 24 hours. It is a first mission which within 10 to 11 months will be completing the total project activity. So that itself will be a very marvelous achievement as and when it will happen in this October-November time frame. And I will tell you why the reason for that, why we are pushing for the time in that particular case. So we have a lot of centers. I basically come from this, Space Application Center, the last one, which is situated in Ahmedabad. I work there. And we have a lot of centers spread all over India, as you can see in the Indian map. In fact, we have presence almost everywhere. And all of you who are interested in working for ISRO in whatever capacity, as a researcher, as an actual employee of the ISRO, or as a contract personnel, we have all avenues open for all the people. During our question answer session or whenever you have time, I am here available up to 3 o'clock. We can discuss this matter. We also have presence, something is missing out there in Northeast also, because that is the region people say it is neglected, but we have a presence there also. We have a Northeast Space Application Center, which is a part of Department of Space, ISRO, that is also situated in Shillong. So in fact, that way we are covering the whole country and giving opportunities to all the people everywhere in this country to work for the nation in this particular case. So now we begin our space journey. Basically what I am trying to inform you or educate you about is this remote sensing. What is this remote sensing? It is both art as well as science. Somebody say, what is the art involved in that? Basically, we have signals present everywhere. The art is how to detect it. So you work out different sensors, different methodologies, different principles by which you will be able to detect the signals or the information which is present. And this you have to do remotely without coming into the direct contact with the target which we are trying to sense or analyze. So that is the art as well as science part of that. And as I mentioned, basically there are two types of remote sensing activities, two types of sensors, basically broadly. What we call, one is called optical remote sensing, where we utilize everybody is aware of the frequency spectrum. So it covers from say 0 hertz to gigahertz, terahertz and all different frequency ranges. So in that, visible, ultraviolet and infrared, basically near infrared, mid or far infrared, these are the frequencies which generally fall under the optical domain. And we have sensors which utilize this information which is available, whether it is a natural emission of a target